I know this sounds a little harsh, but I kind of want to give a big shout out to the kids or men or whomever knocked down the Ramadan sign on the last day of Ramadan. I lived in Istanbul for a while, and that stuff is so aggravating. They wake up like 3 or 4 in the morning. They're out there banging on drums, boom, boom, to wake people up to eat and stuff like that. Because and you got to eat before sunrise and all this shit like that. I think it was like 3:30. They're out there bang, bang, banging on these drums, and it's loud as hell to wake everyone up. It's so freaking aggravating, especially if you don't freaking celebrate that event. And then you get the area we lived in was like in the middle of like 5 mosques, right? And I don't know, at least two of them they must have got someone that was kicked in the throat by a horse or something like that. And he had the worst voice I ever heard. He was like, "Oh." And I thought, each time I heard this guy, I thought he was like dying a little bit more each time. But anyways, this shit's just, they force their everything on you. The religion, I don't give a shit about it. The part I care about is them trying to force everything down our throats. They're out there praying in the middle of the damn streets in New York City. They freaking, they got their freaking Allah Akbar stuff blasting in Dearborn, Michigan. You know what? And it's not, that's what these Muslims don't understand, or liberals don't understand. It's not that we hate Arabs. It's not that we hate Muslims. We just don't want that shit forced down our throat. Imagine if Christians ran around forcing, people complain about Christians just going door to door and knocking and trying to tell you about Jesus Christ. But the Muslims, they don't do that, but they just get in the middle of a center, they all congregate together, throw little rugs down on the ground and start praying to Mecca, and blasting Allah Akbar so loud, you freaking, it's like they're begging for attention. You guys, I hope you guys realize that Libya at one time was Christian. Lebanon at one time was Christian. Egypt was Christian at one time. Pretty much all the countries in the Middle East were Christian at one point before they were force-fed Islam. Egypt, actually, they did it covert, from what I understand, and just like Iran, they had a bunch of liberals, freaking like, oh man, it's okay, just let them do their thing. And slowly but surely, they came moving in, moving in, moving in. And the next thing you know, they had people in power, and they got control of the army. Then the army, did their thing. The next thing you know, they're freaking all worshiping Allah Akbar. Anyways, point being, we don't care about Islam, not really. At least I don't. I just don't want to be force-fed your culture, your religion. And especially when you like congregate together and you refuse to assimilate in any way to ours, but we have to assimilate to yours. But you're in our country. Kind of like in Wales, it's a 99% white country, and they're telling, they're in the freaking Senate that Wales has too many white senators. Well, no shit, Sherlock. It's a freaking white country. How dare you come to our countries and tell us how we should run them, especially when your countries are falling apart? Anyways, I guess I kind of went on a little rant, but those boys should be getting medals. This is to Tempe, Arizona police. Those boys should be getting some damn medals for their acts of kindness and bravery to the Christian community.